like to date a DJ or producer? Well, I could tell you some stories and they don't all have happy endings. But, aw, look at these cute couples. I mean, doesn't everyone want that? Play music together. It's just like happily ever after. But what's the reality?
Yo, I am killing it right now.
I love DJ Thick Eyebrows. Woo!
Sometimes the reality feels a little bit like this. But DJs need love too, and I happen to find a couple that's making it all look super easy. Meet my friends Martrex and his beautiful wife Allie.
What's going on, guys? My name is Gabe. I also go by the name of Martrex, and this right here is my lovely wife Allie.
Hi, I'm Allie.
So we ended up meeting about 5 years ago, back when we were in college. I was just the goofball sitting around, of course skipping class, always to make music and just hang out with friends, never taking any of it seriously. And of course sitting in our student section, literally mixing off of an iPad and a Bluetooth speaker. And next I see this little blue-haired thing coming around more and more often, just listening to the mixes and, you know, just hanging out. And one day we decided to take a day trip to Austin, and literally haven't left each other's side ever since then.
Literally every day we've been hanging out.
Yeah, it's been a ride.
So we're gonna talk about a couple of things, a couple struggles, and just my experience being married to a DJ. So I guess we'll start with whenever we first met. He had an iPad, and that's how he was, working on his music. I think you already had your first turntables whenever we met.
Yeah, a whole $30 for some turntables. What the heck?
Pretty soon after we started dating, it was Christmas time, and I could not figure out what to get him, so I got him some music equipment. And it's been kind of a tradition now that every year for like Christmas or birthdays,
Or
both, I just end up getting him new music equipment. It gets quite pricey being a DJ, not cheap. So I guess we'll start with what it's like whenever you DJ, just on a regular night out. So I used to love partying whenever we started dating. I used to love partying. I wanted to every night just go out and party. That, I want to say, is no longer the case. Now, for the most part, like yeah, I'll party, but I look forward to those nights in just watching Netflix, because you can only party so much. And when you're dating a DJ, you party plenty.
My life is a party. So.
Yeah. So, what would you say about groupies?
Oh, I know my boundaries. I know where it stops and where it definitely starts. You know, I mean, everybody knows I'm married. I got a ring on this finger anyway, so, and I mean, that's why you walk around with the limited edition Mrs. Martrex shirt anyway, so people know.
Yeah, so at first it was kind of hard. I remember the first party that you DJ'd was very soon after we started dating, and it was an all-girls Halloween party. I was not so happy about that, not gonna lie, but I mean, I've kind of gotten used to it. I don't love it, but we do have certain like boundaries, certain rules in order to make it work. Like, he's not allowed to ever, even if he makes it really, really big, he's not allowed to ever autograph boobies. We do also have this problem because whenever, especially now during quarantine, now that you've been live streaming a lot more, there have been, you know, certain comments and messages on Facebook. That was really hard at first. I just wanted to reply to all of them and be like, yes, he's married, thank you.
And you see, that's why I never replied to him, because that's what I have management for.
Yeah, but I mean, it was really hard at first. I do understand that it's just part of it, and it's one of those things where you just have to get used to it and just kind of ignore it as much as you can.
But yeah, I mean, we sit here and we try to make it work. Of course, I know that long hours in the studio, countless hours of, you know, mixing music, getting your sets ready and everything, it takes a toll on her. And I know that, you know, sometimes I do veer away from, you know, paying attention to you and spending time with you, but, you know, I have to remind myself a lot, like, hey, you're still here, you know, I still have to take care of you and take care of your needs also.
Well,
so.
I do a pretty good job of reminding you.
yeah, that is for sure.
At first, that was a problem also, because I wanted all the time to be spent on me. We did have a conversation at one point. He was like, hey, if you want me to make it and have a better future for us, I need time for my music. And that's all it took. I was like, okay, you got it. And so I want to say after that, I pretty much like let you have your time with your music. I respect your music time. If you're either working on a new song or if you're, you know, live streaming or whatever it is that you're doing, like, I let you have your time. But if he's been working on music for like 8 hours, I am like, hey, I'm here too. So there's that. Now, something that I find really awkward right now during quarantine is whenever you have like work meetings and you all have like video calls or like voice calls or whatever, because he doesn't always let me know, and I just come up and I'm like, hey, what do you want for dinner? And he's like, I'm on a call, and I'm like, oh no, that's so embarrassing.
It's okay. Usually everybody's super understanding about it, especially Miss UltraViolette over here. She's like, I always have my kids yelling at me anyway, so I understand how it goes.
Yeah, definitely still embarrassing though, but I think I'm learning to not do that anymore. Let me see what else. Pros: free drinks whenever we go to parties. My liver does not love that so much, but I love it. I also love dancing, so I always get to dance whenever you're performing. Now, the sad thing is whenever you ruin songs for me, because you play them like if I have like my favorite song and you play them like a couple sets in a row, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to listen to that song anymore, even if it's my favorite song. But then after a break from it, after like a week, I'm like, okay, I like it again. So.
Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to my heckling with my loving wife here that puts up with 100% of my crap. We just want to say that we love you guys so much, and hope to see y'all soon in the future. Peace.
started learning how to DJ back in March, so it's only been about 7 months. Over the course of those 7 months, I've tried many different genres, but I noticed there's one that I hadn't really tried yet, and that's techno. So I thought it might be fun this week to try a techno set.